Good morning. The Dow Jones Industrial Average today penetrated 23,000 on the downside after hitting a high of about 24,500. So we've dropped 1,500 points. The fears are running around again like crazy. And there are a lot of different things to be concerned about. The virus, however, is the one thing that hits a nerve in the morning and scares people. A few spikes, more cases, in other words, showing up in Texas, which is opened up in Georgia, etc. But there are also some good news from other states. We just don't know where this virus thing is going. And that's the underpinning of the stock market. But from the standpoint of concerns beyond the virus, we've got a problem with the way the administration is printing money and putting it into the streets, deciding who the winners and losers are, and changing the rules almost daily, tax rules and rules of application of the monies. It's just not that easy. We would have preferred a tax cut or a tax holiday for a year and a half, 2 years, and just let people figure it out themselves. And those that don't work, there's an unearned income tax credit in our tax code, so people get handouts anyway. Just go down to the IRS office and pick up your check. To me, that would be simpler, but we're not in charge. We only have to respond to what's out there. But we're looking at about 10 trillion in spending. The income for the whole year for the United States for taxes is somewhere around 7 trillion. So we're spending about a year and a half of tax revenues, and I hope we're spending it well. The question is, are we or aren't we? That's the big thing that the market's worried about. But there are other clouds. China, the relationship with China. How threatened is China? Is she really a cornered bear? She could be. She could be. And then you've got the election 5 months away, and polls that are showing that Biden wins. Meanwhile, back at the Judiciary, the Attorney General's office, they're unraveling and showing names of people that leaked information or that had unmasking authority to spy on private citizens, and this thing is brewing. So it is a Donnybrook. There's opportunity. We all know there's opportunity. When there's this much smoke around and haze, there's opportunity in the marketplace, but it's just not the time yet to bet the farm. Our recipe is quite simple. We've shaved around the edges a little bit this morning and trying to really bring an asset allocation that can almost withstand anything. We are at about a 37%, 38% equity holding posture right now. That's in stocks for an average account. However, about 4 to 5% of that is in gold related, gold miners, and gold's been going up when the stock market's going down. So that has provided a nice hedge. On top of that, we have another 6% or so in the metals itself, silver and gold, exchange traded funds. So that creates a balance. And that gold is a hedge against the spending that's going on, which could lead at the end of the day, when people look back on it, a huge debt balloon and concern about the US dollar. And if the dollar weakens, commodities, namely gold, goes up. And that's what the hedge is about. So we've got that fairly well hedged, and a position in the average duration on the bond yield curve, 5%, and the rest is in short-term treasuries and cash. Pretty defensive, I know, but it's representative of the times. We really don't think it's time to bet the farm one way or the other. We just can't tell. And a lot of it depends on the virus. It really does. If we have an antidote, that can come in and they can cure it. They can kill the virus. Take one of these 4 times a day kind of thing and you're fine. Hey, we're off to the races. But that seems to be a very elusive target and objective. So we just have to wait it out and wait it out in a fairly balanced way. First of all, to protect capital. And then, we've got the cash. We buy on dips. When something that we really want to own gets cheap, we've got the money to buy it. And so we continue down the middle of the road. I wish I had something new to report one way or the other. We just don't. But we're safe. And so far, the year's okay. I think for most of our clients, we've dodged a bullet, and we continue to try dodging bullets. That's what it looks like from here. Have a nice day.